Hello, my name is Matt, and I welcome you to this sleep hypnosis for weight loss. A motivational meditation we have created just for you to reprogram your subconscious mind and motivate you to make better, healthy food choices and adopt the important habit of regular exercise. And maybe you can imagine how wonderful life will be when you decide to make small, necessary changes and see yourself taking everyday actions towards your goals as I talk you down into a deep sleep. At Self-Health Hypnosis, we only use the most effective hypnotic inductions, Ericksonian language, and NLP techniques to utilize the resources we know you have within you. We believe there is always light somewhere in the darkness, guiding you to discover your personal strengths and be the hero of your own journey. A wise therapist once said that the most important words you will ever hear are the words you say to yourself, while the most important opinion is your own. Perhaps you have come to this hypnosis with an understanding that you are only stuck in stories from your past, and that you can see those stories for what they are, their past. And now, here, you can change your mind about who you are. And I wonder if you will just start small, or will you establish a habit of repeated action? And I don't know when you will find the massive comfort that comes from being specific and relentlessly showing up, making yourself a priority. I will suggest you take time now to prepare yourself, to learn the power of choice and action, to do what needs to be done, and prepare a space where you can focus on you and allow yourself to relax and in your own way find calm. And I will give you a minute or so to find quiet, to close doors or blinds. And isn't it wonderful that you have taken this moment for yourself to discover the resources within you and to bring them into being? So you might just like to carefully listen to my instructions as we ready you to search within yourself now and find the skills always available now to discover how to lose weight easily before you drift down into a deep sleep. And we want you, now you have found us, to change your life because you choose to regularly listen to our hypnosis and guided meditations and create for yourself a deep inner calm and to fall asleep with ease. And I wonder if you would be comforted to know that self-hypnosis only works because you are in control. My relaxing voice is here only to guide you, just so you completely relax and use your imagination to create your own personal hypnotic theatre of dreams. And perhaps you will come to your own realization that trance is natural and really easy. And you may eventually use trance to find subconscious solutions. And to guide you to solutions, this sleep hypnosis will include positive suggestions that are known to encourage people to reprogram the subconscious mind and to help you drift slowly into the comfort of a restful, deep sleep. And maybe it is comforting to know that you don't need to drift off to sleep immediately, because you may want to absorb all the helpful suggestions and immerse yourself in the message of this trance, all before you allow yourself to drift off to sleep. So when you're ready and in your own time, finding that comfortable position in your soft, warm bed, feeling your body sink into your mattress, perhaps noticing how your limbs, your torso, and each muscle in your body settles, and remembers what it feels like each time you get into bed. Pull the covers over you and relax. And what I suggest you do is to just allow your eyes to comfortably close. So as you prepare yourself to listen and find a quiet place in your mind, free from distractions, where you can experience the hypnotic state of focus and learning. A space where you can absorb new possibilities and the resources already within. And I don't know if you realize that all hypnosis is in fact self-hypnosis, a natural state that we enter into and out of several times every day. So when you're ready to let go in your own time, as you prepare to relax deeply, where you have chosen to sit in a chair, or perhaps you are lying down, it matters not. There is no right way or wrong way. As with all hypnosis, you are in control. And you cannot lose control. And as you're listening to my voice, you might become aware of your own breath as it rises and falls with every moment that passes. And perhaps you are starting to relax now. And as you continue to allow yourself to relax, you might be aware of any sounds that are around you. Or perhaps you're aware of the silence within you. You might observe the wanderings of your own mind as the thoughts fade in and just as quickly fade out. And as you notice what you notice, and you don't notice what you don't notice, perhaps that relaxation within you is starting to broaden and deepen throughout your body. That's right. And perhaps as you feel this sense of broad, deep relaxation, you might start to let go and notice the beginning of a deep, relaxing trance. Perhaps you might notice your breath deepening and lengthening with every inhale, and deepening and lengthening further with every exhale. And as you continue that deep, expansive breath, you might consciously allow yourself the experience of a very deep state of light trance. Or you might unconsciously allow yourself a very light state of deep trance. The choice is yours. Go wherever you want to go, and my voice will go with you. That's right. And you may go deeper into trance with the sound of my voice. Or perhaps you'll go deeper into trance in the spaces between my words. It doesn't really matter. There is no right way or wrong way. The only thing that matters is how relaxed and peaceful your trance is now. And as you continue to relax further and further, you might notice how nice it feels to just let yourself be, to let go of thoughts, let go of any impulses, to forget about any urges you may have relating to food, eating, or not eating. And I wonder how soothing it is to allow yourself the space to just breathe and be free, while paying no attention to compulsions, cravings, desires for food, and no longer worrying about how much or how little you eat. And as you're breathing now, gently and effortlessly, more deep and more relaxed with every breath, your mind becoming so calm now, as if all your cares are gently and peacefully rolling away, as if nothing else matters right now. There is nothing to concern yourself with, just the peaceful, calm feeling of being alive and relaxed right now. And how good it feels, your mind so clear and calm, like the feeling of floating through space and time with so much peace and at ease, feeling so relaxed now and so in control. And isn't it wonderful to know that you can access this feeling and control anytime you wish by telling yourself and hearing these words: I am calm and relaxed and in control. And you can say these words and hear them in your mind's eye whenever you like. I am calm and relaxed and in control. Starting now, whenever you wish to relax, whenever you want to be calm, whenever you want to increase your self-control. You can say and hear these words: I am calm and relaxed and in control. And especially when you sit down to eat, or you feel the onset of any food cravings, or perhaps the impulse to indulge in foods, you can hear those words in the back of your mind. I am calm and relaxed and in control. Whenever you think of food or not eating, I am calm and relaxed. I am in control. That's right. And I wonder if you would be curious to learn that when most people have a problem with food or maintaining a healthy weight, they often respond to emotions with self-defeating patterns or actions. Maybe making bad choices in response to our emotions. And the truth is, for every single one of us, overweight or slim, is that we have ancient caveman bodies and brain software that developed in a time of great scarcity. A time in the past when eating as much sugary and fatty foods as we could was important to our survival. Yet, here, now, we live in a modern, abundant world. And you can make your own choices around what you eat. There is no scarcity. So now, I am going to share with you a story that many of you may relate to. There was a young girl named Annie who grew up in a low-income family, which meant that funds, even for the essentials of living, were often limited. Where Annie's parents were loving and did the best they could to provide a safe and warm home, food wasn't readily available all the time, and there was definitely no money for tasty snacks or sugar-filled treats. And for this reason, Annie was sure to eat all the food she was served at the family dinner table, even if she did not feel hungry, as she was afraid she would upset her hard-working parents. But Annie eventually grew up into a smart, independent adult. She managed to find a well-paying job and moved out to make a better life for herself. Annie loved her new life. She could buy and eat all the food and tasty treats she always wanted, and live without a feeling of deprivation. Over the years, a pattern of overeating and unhealthy food choices caught up with Annie. And one day she looked in the mirror and realized that her habits around eating desperately needed to change. So starting next week, Annie decided she would start a diet. When Monday morning comes around, and whilst getting her usual coffee, Annie sees her two favourite flavours of muffins in the cafe display, fresh out of the oven. In the moment of anticipation, Annie saddens as she realises she had committed to start her diet today. So Annie now faces a very common dilemma. She experiences frustration and shame due to her inability to lose weight. But her subconscious mind has incorrectly adopted this patterned belief that food is scarce. And this scarcity triggers emotional pain that Annie has come to associate with being deprived of food. And having heard that story, I wonder if you saw patterns of behaviour that you can relate to. And I wonder if it will be today or in the coming weeks that you will choose to change the program. And I wonder if you can observe and just accept that these are outdated patterns of thought. And understanding may help you When you don't want to overeat or to consume foods that you know aren't healthy, will it not? And sometimes that reminder is all you need to just notice that pattern of thought and label it. And sometimes such acceptance changes people's lives in an instant. And maybe you already know that you are always going to experience cravings for the foods that are not consistent with your goals, or find yourself in the habit of overeating. Yet you can simply now just label that pattern of thought and say to yourself, there is that old scarcity story, and reflect instead on the fact there is no scarcity. You could eat whatever you wanted, yet you choose to take the steps that will lead you to achieve your weight loss goals. And I wonder how it would feel to have learned the powerful and liberating truth that overeating is simply an unconscious habit. And we just need to bring back our awareness to the habits we have formed around food and disrupt those habits starting now. You can take control over your eating habits. You can change your choices and behavior around food without resistance or struggle, with an awareness that you can take control of your cravings, because they are just habits, an unconscious program you have been running. It's not you or who you are. It's just the way you have been going about things. And now, using your awareness, you can remind your unconscious mind what you really desire, what you really want. You can feed your unconscious mind new, effective habits, new, desirable behaviors, new, helpful choices. And with this new direction, your urges and cravings will become less and less. And increasingly, you will be calm and relaxed and in control. And now, as you relax deeper and deeper still, using this moment now to change the patterns and programs you have been running, to reprogram your mind with new habits and behaviors around food, and giving your mind a new, desirable way of living. And as you breathe deeper and deeper still, with each breath, start to feed your subconscious mind a clear mental image of all that you desire. See yourself slim and slender in your ideal body, standing on a scale. See the scale registering your ideal weight see yourself smile as you look at your slender body. And see the number on the scales. Feel how joyful and ecstatic and overwhelmingly happy you are as you realize that you can and will achieve this body, free from the weight you wish to lose. And now, as you breathe deeper and deeper still, watch the slim, slender, ideal version of yourself move towards a table set for a meal. And as this new version of yourself takes their seat, notice the food they choose to eat. Notice the healthful, appropriate food choices they make. Only choosing the foods that their body needs, natural, helpful foods. Foods that promote health. Foods that fuel the body and promote the healthy, slender body you wish to have. And as you watch yourself eating these healthy foods, notice how much or how little you eat. Notice how you only eat enough to be satisfied and fulfilled, no more or no less. Watch as you consume the perfect amount to fuel your body and not overfeed it. And as you continue to see yourself, notice the peace, calm, and control with which you exist. Notice that you are completely free from the cravings of unhealthy, bad food. Notice you are free from the impulse to overeat or indulge in more than what is necessary. And notice you are no longer concerned, stressed, or worried about food. Notice how your subconscious mind has learned a new way of being, new habits, and new desires, reprogrammed to drive helpful choices and behaviors. No longer driven by cravings, impulses, and urges to eat unhealthy food. And as you continue to see the trim, slender version of yourself, notice how happy you are, the confidence that beams from you, the love and joy you exude for yourself and for your life, the fulfillment you experience with every breath, the love for yourself that grows with every breath, as you marvel at the power of your subconscious mind and the changes it has made with just a little awareness and direction. The truth is that the path to change is often simple and is traveled by making helpful decisions and taking small, necessary steps towards our desired destination. It has been said by many performance coaches that if you win every moment, you will inevitably win the day. And if you win each day, you will win your weeks. And each week you win will manifest your month. And as you manifest each month, you will transform your life. And perhaps you already understand that when it comes to weight loss, we are told that the equation is simple. That we must eat less, make healthy food choices, and exercise regularly, must we not? Yet, despite knowing this truth, it is our unconscious programming that might make this hard to achieve. Evolutionary psychologists tell us that it is coded into our genes to run away from fear. And where this was useful in early times, when you were running away from a predator, today, instead, we run from the task that we do not want to do, especially if we fear we will fail at it, or if it is a task that, based on our past, we don't believe we will enjoy. And I wonder if you can recall times past, a moment where you felt a sense of resistance or fear around making a new choice, and you decided instead to avoid change, stuck in what is familiar and seemingly safe. And I wonder if you have experienced that moment where you convince yourself that it is okay to put something off today. As humans, we have an amazing ability to time travel in our minds and imagine that we will one day have achieved our health goals. So we justify in that moment to ourselves that next time things will be different. But perhaps, like many of us, you find yourself caught up with other priorities, and you reach the end of your day, the end of the month, or even the next year, and come to the sad realization that you didn't take simple steps to move forward. And I wonder if you would prefer to choose to take action rather than have the enduring shame and regret that will inevitably emerge when we avoid taking the actions that align with our personal values. The author Mark Twain once wrote that if you do what you have always done, you get what you have always got. And maybe now you can imagine how amazing it might feel when you choose to show up each day for yourself, choosing now to be better and to love yourself. Perhaps remembering that you can always give yourself permission now to change your life and choose to be different. So I wonder when you will add this technique to your hypnosis and observe that motivation is not simply willpower or a desire. It is the skill we choose to utilize in each moment to cast aside fear and take the necessary action. And it is this simple yet powerful exercise of choice and action that triumphs over unhelpful thoughts and gives us control. Perhaps you have problems you want to overcome, goals you plan to reach, and dreams you will make your reality. And maybe you wake up each morning with them fresh on your mind. And before you jump out of bed, tell yourself you will take one step forwards towards success that day. And it doesn't matter what it is, but by doing something that is unfamiliar first, by prioritizing it and taking action, lessens its power over you. And this has the power to change your life. And perhaps you might imagine saying to yourself, I don't like this, but I'm going to do it now and feel good about it all day. So get up each morning and go for a brisk 10 or 15 minute walk. Whatever you can do. Prioritize it. Make it the first thing you do. And there is no need to solve everything while you sleep. Yet in place of that, there is a guarantee. If you show up to something each and every day, you're guaranteed to get closer to your goal. And if you don't, you won't. And I won't tell you that subconscious learning is powerful and easy, and it's happening now. Yet I do wonder if you will create some new behaviors before you change completely. And isn't it nice to know that you can integrate these changes at the speed that is right for you? And isn't it nice to know that you already have all of the resources you need to make this change within you? And you have given your unconscious mind all the clarity it needs to start making the choices. The behaviors required to eliminate cravings, eliminate overeating, and lose weight. To become the ideal version of you. The you that you know you are. Healthy, happy, slim, and slender. And I don't know if you will make these changes now, or if you will make these changes in the next few days. But by the time you start to notice just how far you've come, you'll be really excited and happy about the changes you've made. And you can start to make those changes because you've waited long enough. And you may feel the changes happening as you go on with your daily life. Or you might experience change on a subconscious level. And I'm not sure if you realize that your mind is designed to always be learning, both consciously and unconsciously. And in a moment, I'm going to allow your moment of silence now to drift off to sleep and allow your mind to integrate all of the suggestions, possibilities, and new ways of thinking I have presented for you in this hypnosis. And you can take the things that are valuable to you and discard anything that isn't. And allow your unconscious mind to embrace new skills and techniques, and to use them at any time they are needed, to exercise complete control, either consciously or unconsciously. In any moment you want to be calm and relaxed. And make healthy choices. Choices that promote a deep love of self and love for your life. And that moment starts now.